So we are here with Little Mama, the legend, the icon. I feel like you are like you're legendary. You're an icon. Like do you recognize that? Do you recognize that you're an icon, Little Mama?
Like a few years ago, my brother, when he was in high school, he would always tell me, he's like, yo, you a legend, you're a legend. And I'm like, and I like started processing it, but I think that it really started becoming a stamp when I heard other people outside of my family say it and like, yo, like, and they just express that they feel the same way. So it's sinking in.
Right,
Thank
right.
you for
So
that.
you're welcome. So your fans has been waiting for this for years, for many years. Like Lip Gloss, that song is legendary. And now you have a new business venture, a lip gloss collaboration, your own collection. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So, of course, as you can imagine, I wanted to have my own lip gloss after putting out the song. And then some years had passed, and some of my friends, like everybody started kind of getting into the entrepreneurism of just like starting their own brand, creating it from the ground up. And I was really excited about collaborating with some friends from school and some of my other family members that were looking into start something. And at the time, my sisters were only in like elementary school, junior high, and they overheard what I wanted to do. And they saw that like my vision wasn't like matching up with some of my other peers or like my friends and stuff. And when they became now college students and like, well, I would say high school seniors and juniors at the time, when they were like, yeah, we're going to take this serious. I got you. I'm going to get it off the ground. That would be Jasmine, the CEO. She's my youngest sister. And then my middle sister, who would then help us, like whatever it is that we need to make this vision come to pass. Her and my niece, who's like an honorary sister to us, Nana. All four of us, we just started focusing on it with each other and then some of our other family members. And that's how today we actually were able to produce a pre-launch.
Right. So how is it working with your sisters? Because I have two brothers, and it could get a little tough, a little challenging. So how does that work out for you?
Yes, it can get tough. It does get a little challenging. As I mentioned, my youngest sister, the CEO, she is my boss. So sometimes it turns into like me wanting to be like super creative for the launch, like let's try this, let's try that. She's like, no. What you need to do is keep it clean and simple and like developing our product, developing our packaging, how I want my voice to be heard and how they want their voice to be heard as a company. It definitely took some like for me to listen a lot because I'm like, how would I want to be perceived at 19? Like around the time when I put out my first album and I had all of this stuff going on. My she's a college student and she's turning 19 on March 8th. And I'm like, how would I want somebody to hear me? I know I knew a lot and I paid attention to a lot. So whether it's me wanting to be super creative and them saying like, hey, we like when you're simple, like when you don't do too much, like you don't have to like overdo. And like that speaks to us better from your brand. So hearing that from the outside, of course, I could be combative with something that I really want to see. Like I'm holding steadfast to a vision. Instead, I try to compromise more, but we definitely argue. Sometimes I get hung up on and I have to call people back like, oh, hello, we're not gonna disrespect me.
Right.
But it's all for a great cause because at the end of the day, whether somebody has an attitude or need a second to breathe and count down from 10, we always come together and figure out what is the bottom line, what's our solutions, and we're able to hear each other better when the emotions are low.
Right. So growing up as like a child prodigy and like growing up with your family and all that, did you ever feel like pressure, not putting them on, but giving them resources so they can be great just like you? Like, did you ever feel pressure to do that?
In the beginning, I've always felt the pressure to be great because my family endorses greatness
Right.
and to be the best you can be. Not so much so for anybody to be like something that someone else is already doing or being. Like I have an ability to sing, but my mother was a well-known singer. So it's like I did my own thing. I wanted to rap and write
Right.
poetry, but I still love to sing. but it's kind of like we all kind of give each other our own lanes. So I say that to say, one, maybe a bit of me did feel pressure to be successful so that I can help my family. Like even my mom, my dad, my siblings, whoever, just so we could, because we faced poverty, we've faced circumstances of I would say even like survival, right? Because it's such a high risk community. We coming from East New York, Brooklyn, Harlem, the Style, like these parts of New York City where I came up and where my sisters come up is not easy. You know what I mean? So the most I would want to do is to give them away. But what I will say is for them to be college students at prestigious HBCUs, and for two out of the three to have a complete free ride. And I've never been up to their school. I've never displayed celebrity. I've never spoken to any of their teachers ever. Even when they had debates and disputes with other girls at the school, I would come up after just to make sure they're okay. But I never like tried to intervene with their education and their educational career. They've paved the way for themselves. And that's one thing I respect, is that they have a voice of their own.
Right. So I go to HBCU too. I go to Norfolk State University. So HBCU, see, I didn't even know that. That's great, because like I feel like we don't get spotlighted. So we need you to come to our homecoming, because we need little mama to pop up.
Now let's set it up, because all right. So basically, right now we're doing the pre-launch, and the pre-launch is from February. We did Truly in Love. March, we're doing Strike a Pose. Right. April would be The Voice. I dropped Voice of the Young People, the album, in 2008 on 4/29. So like April is the month of The Voice. Like and this will be 16 years. So it's like Sweet 16 season. And right. Then we have May is College Girl, and my sister's graduating from Spelman in May. So wow. We have like the pre-launch season right now. And then right. Coming out of July, we're going into homecoming with a tour. So I have to come to your school.
See, Norfolk State.
Norfolk State University. No, for real, I'll pull up to Norfolk State University. We got Howard. The CEO goes to Howard. Right. We got Clark Atlanta. That Nana goes to Clark Atlanta, and then Jessica goes to Spelman, and she's the senior. So we're pulling up.
Okay, bet. So like for the people on my campus, what shades do you recommend for them? Like what different shades? What do you recommend from the brand, from the collab?
Well, I recommend all shades from the brand. Let me say why. When the lip was developed, my sisters was like, yeah, we can wear all the lip glosses at one time. There's different trends and like, and I'm like, what? So then I started like being silly and like using all the lip glosses at once. So I would put the brown one, which is College Girl, because we are highlighting the Black and brown women who go to HBCUs with College Girl. It is very tough for a young woman and man of color to attend college. Like some of you guys are the first generation in your family, and things like that. And so like we really dedicated that brown, but we also looked at the complexions of the lip, right? You may have some people may have just like a full chocolate lip. I would say that's College Girl. And then some people like me, I like to line my lips with my brown, and then I like to wear like another color in the center that's more like my real color, and that would be Truly in Love. So then I'll put that on in the middle. And then for people who have like a lighter pink lip, I would say The Voice is more of your color. And then Clear is for people that may say, hey, I think that I want to go with the clear because maybe one of the shades is not exactly their color, or some people may be albino or whatever the case may be. So it's like the clear may work better in their favor.
Right. So I do love like that about your collab, because there's a lot of these celebs, they just want to attach their name to something and not understand what they're doing. I'm glad that you know your brand, your collab, your collaboration, because you've been in the game for so long. And I was bringing me to my next question. I know you're a rapper, you're a mogul, TV. Do you see any, female rappers at the moment that you like, or like that you can see be like, okay, they can make it? Like anybody that you see?
I like Lola Brooke.
Okay.
I like Coi Leray. I like Glorilla.
Yes.
And I'll say those three people, I like them for different reasons. Lola Brooke is from Brooklyn, just like me. And she caters to a specific sound and a raw sound and an energy that's so big, even though she's so little in stature. And she's confident about herself. And I like that. I like to see the city continuing to thrive and new artists coming out like her. And then even Young Dev is a young artist from here that she's a spitter. Like I'm a big fan of somebody that can rap and don't have to curse in their lyrics, and they just still make so much sense. Subject matter is there, personality and tenacity, and just like the flow. So them two, I just wanted to highlight from Brooklyn that I really like.
Right.
Koi, I feel like the fact that I've never done any plastic surgeries, never got my face done, body done, nothing, and I kind of stood for something. She's one of the people that make me feel like I did what I did for a reason, to be an example amongst all of the people that may go and do all of this other stuff. But what about the new generation that's coming? So Koi makes me feel like my purpose is well served. And the other artist that I said, Glorilla, a lot of people like compared me to her and her to me, and I'm
Right.
just like
We actually
I
had
paid.
her for homecoming. We had her for
Oh,
homecoming. She went
okay.
off. She did
I know
good.
she went off. She gonna turn it up, right? And
Yeah.
so again, with her too, it's like authentic energy coming out of Memphis, raw, um, ghetto as hell, and unapologetic about it. Fly. A lot of people compare her to me, and I feel like when people compare me to MC Light, me and MC Light linked up. We got to know each other. She empowered me. She encouraged me to do certain things in my career. Like even now, when I do voiceovers, like for the lip gloss commercial, or I'm doing something like that, I'm thinking like, yo, Light really paved the way to make me believe in myself in this way. And if they saying that Glorilla is like my sister, same way they say me and Bow Wow and they compare us, I'd rather gravitate to those people, make history, make movies together that we know people will watch, make music together that we know people will watch. Because I feel like with social media now, normal everyday people are able to use their voices for the better. Like, yo, this person and this person, y'all need to link up. And I feel like as artists, that's something that we should pay attention to before it's too late.
As artists, as female artists, it's a lot of talk about, I guess, rap beef. Do you think that helps the female rap game, or that hinders people from coming up?
Well, I when I started out, I was a very aggressive, competitive rapper, and I came from the street corner. Like I battled guys. I come from a time where there was a huge female rap deficit. Like no girls was coming outside after school or any time to rap on the corner. They was over it. My friends laughed at me sometimes, asked me why did I still rap? Why do I rap? Why do I like it? It's so boyish. Nobody rapped.
Right.
So now to see, I think that as long as there's something being set into place, like a verses or two people putting out their album at the same time, like Kanye West and 50 Cent did, or stuff like that, where it can be actually beneficial and fun. And I think that right now we in a time where a lot of people are being personal, but I do feel like it would be dope to see two female MCs or male MCs, whoever it is, going into business together. Like, yo, this we're gonna treat this like a fight. We both gonna make our money, and we're gonna keep it on wax, have fun, and if even if it's no holds barred, just kind of keeping it in that um
Like,
competitive. What is this word?
collaboration,
Uh,
you like
say
collab,
again.
collab. You want to collab? Well, not collab, but like y'all know y'all good, but still do it.
Sportsmanship.
Well, right? Because it's
Like
yeah.
when people play ball, they play hard, but then they still people who have great
Yeah,
sportsmanship, they'll still shake your hand like, yo, we play hard
right.
out there today. Your forearm and your elbow was in my side at one point, but it's like that's the game. So to answer the question, I do feel like it's okay to battle and rap. Come on, that's what rap is about. We have a we have a rap battle culture in rap. So if it was something that was super left field that didn't make sense, then I would be like, I don't know about it. But it makes sense. I just think that people need to be clear about their boundaries, because a lot of people are losing their lives for no reason or for something so small that could be overlooked, worked out, or put into place with respect before it's crossed. So that's my thoughts on that.
Right. So, would you be open to do a versus? If
Yes,
you
but not right now. I don't have
now,
enough verses. I got to put more music out. I put out one album, and then I did like Sausage, or like little things here and there, because my love for music is so strong that I kind of like got back into it certain places with little mixtape vibes. But this would technically be my second album.
new music is on the way. New music is on the way. Right.
Second.
Album number 2. Okay, cool. So, I have to ask this because the Super Bowl just happened 2 weeks ago, and I want to know if you was offered to do the Super Bowl with all the 2000s artists, all that, would you be open to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would be open to doing that, especially in that way. And just to speak a little bit on the Super Bowl halftime performance, Usher did his thing. I was like,
See, we
yo,
was jamming. We was jamming. It was cool. And then when Alicia came out,
it was dope.
it was dope.
It
It
was
was
dope. I'll be honest with you. I feel like his ability to still like move the same way he moved, like when he first got started, for his ability to actually sing live. It's like when I'm watching, I'm still a student. So I'm literally sitting there like, this man is breathing. He's taking his time. Now he's going back there to change into skates. And the whole time while he's changing, he's breathing. He's working on getting through this 20 minutes, however many minutes his set was, he's working on it. And I'm like, as a student to the game, trying to figure out like, how am I going to make it through a 5-minute set?
right. So yeah. So Alicia came out. Do people like? Are you okay? So I have to ask, like, do like how Kelly Rowland when Kelly Rowland promotes her stuff, and then Beyonce comes up. Like, do you get tired of people bringing that up? I just have to ask you that.
No, no,
That
no. I don't get hot of you bringing it up. Well, I watched the Super Bowl. I saw her sitting there.
right? Like during the time that whole situation happened, do you get tired of that situation re coming up when you did all this other stuff in your career?
No, because I already know it's going to come up. It's like clickbait. People
Right.
have to ask the things that they feel is going to drive traffic to their interview. That's
Right.
one. And then also you have people who are genuinely curious about what they're curious about. So for me, it's like, if the person asks the same question, I know they're trying to be funny. But if
Right.
somebody asks something that's like far left field, like, damn, did I even give that some consideration or thought? Or has
Right.
that ever been a new way to look at things like that? Then I'm kind of more open. But I
Right.
think I've gotten to a place where it's just like the streets, right? If somebody's like, oh, did you hear that? So had a fight. And it's like, now it's this 17th person, like, so what happened? And it's like, girl, you want to get down? Not you, but like, not you, but like it does
I
feel like
understand.
that. Like it's like
I
it's
like I feel like you grew so like you did so much stuff in your career that that little moment doesn't matter anymore. I feel like you impacted hip hop, you impacted television, reality TV, um, like crazy, sexy, cool TLC. People, I feel like people don't give you the flowers that you deserve on that performance. That performance was great. Like, what, like, do you think we're gonna get back into TV, reality TV, movies? What do you think about that?
okay. Well, one, to kind of answer the like what I think you're asking about the
Right,
first portion and then the second portion, I would say this: life goes on.
right,
And when you're somebody like, I look at it like this, it could have been a situation where I had years of credibility from like 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, leading up to 2009, like Chris Brown. Or I could have been me, where it's like I had my 06, 07 first airwave kind of thing. So like 07, 08 to
right,
09. So it's kind of like, all right, she's new. This situation is happening with stage. And it's like, what's the next thing? Like, so for
right,
me to go on from that and being on America's Best Dance Crew, then to do Crazy Sexy Cool, and then to, play Felicia Blakely and all this other stuff. And then now like to have my own lip gloss line. It's like, these are the things that build up your credibility for you to build out your career. But even when you look at somebody who did have a long trailblaze situation like a Chris Brown, who still wasn't embraced, who still wasn't encouraged to do better, figure it out. You're young. This is just the beginning. You made a mistake. People are in jail right now. People are dead right now from some of the things that they've done. So let's turn over a new leaf. And instead, they kept antagonizing him or antagonizing me. You have to look within yourself to say, like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Because if I get distracted, then I'll become a person that just kind of like lets a bad situation get them down and out. Or you could be a person that's like, no, this is not it. I still have this to do, that to do, and I still stand in integrity. So to be, respectful for one, and then to continue to walk in your purpose is what I think that I represent. And I think that's what most people get from my story. Like, yo, she really defied gravity in a way where when she's coming with the other stuff, there's still talent and meat in it. So there must be purpose as opposed to somebody just hanging out. Like, yeah, I did that and I'm still playing around. Like, no, you go sit your ass down.
Right. So you're fine. So the way I was noticed of Crazy Sexy Cool, the whole movie is from the Wendy show. All that stuff going on with Wendy. Do you have anything to say about what's going on? Because I know a lot of people are coming out that was on her show.
I do.
Yes.
I do. I do have something to say.
Right.
It speaks to the last thing that we spoke about, right? Being a young teenager in the industry, the most thing that you would want is to have people to have your back. Like, even if you're in the dean's office and they're like, what the hell was that? You got to clean up. And it's just like this tough love, like which I've experienced in school, where we would have deans or like other like certain teachers who kind of like took a special care to where we end up in life and kind of encouraged us and like spoke into us. Even if it felt aggressive, it was speaking into us to bring out our best. And I feel like she, with a whole group of her peers that are in their 50s and 60s, and I'm 35, they didn't reach back for us. And I had so much to say. Like, I want to tell you that you made me feel this way. And all I could feel was sadness when I saw her. I don't feel like I want to tell her off, or I just feel like I want to help.
Right. See, I think you just inspired a whole bunch of people with what you said, forgiveness, like understanding what is going on. So I applaud you for
this is the beginning to something great that I hope that my sisters and even my nieces and the younger women in my family can carry on, that loves beauty from within and without, from within to the outside. Because my lip gloss being popping when I was just in high school, all I cared about was doing my eyebrows, putting some lip gloss on, and having my hair done so that I could feel confident amongst my friends group and my peers. And so just for that being the key to me, becoming a voice for women all over the world through my music as well, which I didn't know, something I was just wearing cosmetics, going to school every day, would collaborate with me making my music, and it would be one thing that would speak to people this way. I feel like it was about time, and I know that my mom would be super proud to see me doing this right now, especially with my sisters, because she loved them like they were her own babies. Like, her bond with me and my siblings was undeniable. And so I just feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and I'm gonna continue to grind with my family side by side through the hard days, through the easy days, and through the success, and then through also whatever adjustments we need to make. I feel like this is just the beginning, and I'm very excited about what we're doing because it's from the ground.